Welcome, jesters. All the talk about the country being irreparably divided is nothing new. I have been hearing this since probably the Clinton administration. And while the rhetoric seems to have ratcheted up, especially over the last 8 years, and we all know why, I just want to, make people, step back from the edge a little bit and realize that not everyone is a lost cause. I hear, particularly in my little corners of the web, how we cannot deal with leftists, how we could never have a relationship or be friends with or associate in any way with a hardcore leftist. And while I appreciate the sentiment, I want to let you know that there's a little bit more nuance to that situation. I have a number of friends who would consider themselves on the left, and we get along just fine. I have met in my professional career and in my travels plenty of people who are on the left, and we get along just fine. You can get along with people on the left depending on which type of leftist they are. Here's the thing. I think there are actually 4 types of leftist, and those 4 types are divided into 2 macro groups, if you will. You have the casual leftist, and then you have the activist leftist. Today we're going to talk quickly about the casual leftist, which is about half of the Democrat voter base. Yes, about half the people that vote Democrat, they're just casual about it, and they are simply ignorant or naive. That is it. And yes, these are 2 words. Check your dictionary. There is nothing wrong with it. These are people that are simply, or at least the ignorant, are people that are simply too busy with life, too preoccupied with dealing with their own circumstances to really pay attention to politics. So they believe the mainstream narrative. They actually turn on the nightly news, or maybe they still watch CNN or something like that, and they just accept whatever the TV tells them because they have other things going on. The naive, well, these people, they genuinely believe that there is a good person in everybody. They genuinely believe in second chances. They believe that everybody and anybody can change. And honestly, it's kind of sweet. And they're often pretty smart too. But if you encounter one of these 2 types of leftist, the ignorant or the naive, I want to let you know something from personal experience. They can be saved. Yes, they can. These are the ones that are red-pilled. These are the ones that when they start to do their own research, when they end up talking about certain circumstances, when the failed policies of the left actually affect them and they begin to examine their beliefs, yes, these are the ones that are taking the red pills. Remember, nobody ever goes the other way. Nobody ever goes from being a right-winger to being a left-winger unless you have some, media grift going on. And if you do and if it works, hey, good for you. But personally, philosophically, everyone goes from left to right. And you can help. Believe me, I've been there. You can help. They can be saved. It just takes patience, persistence, be honest, and just let them know how you feel, and you can be the one to bring them around. And this is why the Democrats are so terrified. This is why the left is so terrified of losing control of the narrative, of losing control of the major media sites. Because once half their voter base get the information, the actual information, they always lose them. You know I'm right.